Long ago, after the end of the War of the Spanish Succession, the golden age of piracy emerged. Many powerful men and women would come to rise and fall, but one man would spend the rest of time in the shadows of myth, legend, and infamy. One story would captivate the world forevermore. This be my story. I was born in Bristol, England, near the Avon River. The city was filled with seafarers. Sailors told tales of their adventures across the seas and sang drunken shanties. I knew I wanted to be among them, so I joined as a privateer in Queen Anne's War. I was but a lowly midshipman under Her Majesty's service. But that would change quickly. My name was Edward Teach, but you might know me better as Blackbeard. I began a life of piracy soon after the war, as second in command to Captain Benjamin Hornigold. We took what we wanted, and wanted what we took, and we often took wine being shipped out of Bermuda. Once, after a night of merriment, we robbed a ship, simply for hats, after our crew had all drunkenly thrown theirs overboard. The world was ours. 'Twas nothing could stop us. Hornigold saw greatness in me and became a mentor for me, and I'd remain loyal to the old man. It wasn't long before I had my own command. It was a small French sloop we had taken over. I outfitted the vessel with 40 cannons and renamed her the Queen Anne's Revenge. I sailed alongside Hornigold for some time, but eventually we parted ways. Hornigold was later captured by the governor of the Bahamas and was offered pardon, but only if he gave up piracy and turned in his old mates. He was ordered to hunt me down, bring me back, dead or alive, but he never did. Methinks he couldn't bring himself to do it. We raided the waters of the southern colonies, seizing untold fortune in valuable cargoes, taking several prominent citizens hostage to exchange for food and medical supplies, and raising hell. I set up refuge in Bath, North Carolina. The governor, Charles Eden, pardoned my crimes in exchange for a portion of my treasures. The man was easily bribed. I had a nice home there, even marrying a local girl. But despite my comfortable residence, I was restless. I kept up my antics. I'd head downriver and intercept the vessels heading to and from Chesapeake Bay. It started simple, taking goods and liquor from the merchants. But I wanted more. I finally found my big score in 2 French merchant ships, the Rose Emily and the Toisondeur. We attacked with ferocity, terrorizing the crew. We found the Rose had hundreds of barrels of sugar and cocoa, worth more than a fortune. I secured the cargo and cast the frightened crew over to the Toisondeur, threatening them to flee before I burned their ship to cinders. That be the last straw for Virginia Governor Alexander Spotswood. He'd been after me for months, but my attack on the Rose Emily and the Toisondeur infuriated him. He sent British Lieutenant Robert Maynard to find me and put an end to my ventures. And find me he did. I had docked on the banks near Ocracoke, North Carolina. My men and I had been drinking heavily the night before, and we'd have been taken by surprise if Maynard's ship hadn't gotten stuck on the banks. Before he could free his ship, I was able to land a massive broadside attack. But a musket ball fired from Maynard's ship hit a halyard and slowed our escape. His ship was quickly upon us, but I was ready, with another attack of grape shot and hand grenades. Nearly all of Maynard's men lay dead or wounded. Or so I thought. I latched my ship to his to overtake the vessel. I was the first to step aboard. Suddenly Maynard and several crewmen erupted out from below deck in an ambush. We engaged in bloody battle, hand to hand, man to man. We were outnumbered, but I refused to back down. I fought to the last breath. I had suffered 5 musket shots and had 20 lacerations before I finally fell. Maynard severed my head to ensure I was truly dead. In victory, he hung it from the bow of his ship as he brought it to shore. And thus ends my tale. The golden age of piracy collapsed, and history carried on. My enemies fell, lost to time. But 'tis I who gets the last laugh. I will never be forgotten.